When we are creating a squad, the first thing we need to decide is what will be the playstyle of our team. When we go to team playstyle, we can see there are several team playstyles, such as possession game, quick counter, long ball counter, out wide, long ball. There are specific managers for each playstyle who are good in that specific playstyle. So, we have to choose the best manager based on our team playstyle. Let's start with possession game. For possession game, the best managers are Johan Cruyff, Hansi Flick, Pep Guardiola, and Kluivert. And the best formations are 4-1-2-3, 4-2-1-3, 4-2-3-1. Now for quick counter, the best managers are Xabi Alonso, Stojkovic, Frank Lampard, Rudi Garcia. And the best formations are 4-2-2-2, 4-2-1-3, 4-3-1-2. Now for long ball counter, the best managers are Mikel Arteta, Inzaghi, Deschamps, and Gasperini. And the best formations are 5-2-1-2, 4-3-1-2, 4-1-2-3. Now for out wide, the best managers are Patrick Vieira, Montella, and Burak. And the best formations are 4-1-4-1, 4-2-3-1. Now for long ball, the best managers are Beckenbauer and Roberto Martinez. And the best formations are 4-4-2, 4-1-2-3. But if you are a beginner or cannot have these managers for some reason, still no problem. What you can do is buy a manager temporarily with GP until you can afford a booster manager. Go to contract, go to manager list, then buy the best available manager for your playstyle. You can use sort to find the manager faster. Luisa Roman for possession game. Bart Chilton for quick counter. Cristo Valbuena for long ball counter. Thomas Tuchel for out wide. Egon Greening for long ball. Now, if you ask me which team playstyle I prefer, I would say quick counter, and I use Xabi Alonso as my manager. Possession game, quick counter, and long ball counter are the most used playstyles in eFootball, so I would recommend you to use one of them. Now that we are done with selecting our manager, we will build our squad. Before choosing players, we need to keep two things in our mind. First thing is, you should try your best to select players with good form. If A form, it's best. If not A form, at least try to take players of B form. Players with A or B form will be in good form most of the time. It will help you to play well. In the worst case, where you cannot find a good player with A or B form, go for C form. But always avoid players with D or E form. The second thing is, build your team with players who can connect to each other, who can form a good chemistry with each other. Remember last year, Bayer Leverkusen won the Bundesliga even with a team weaker than Bayern. It happened because they had a good team chemistry. Now let's start with our goalkeeper. Goalkeepers have two types of playing styles. One is defensive, another one is offensive. First, let's talk about a defensive goalkeeper. Basically, a defensive goalkeeper is a classic shot stopper. Their main job is to stay on the goal line and use their amazing reflexes to save shots. So what makes them good? Their shot stopping is insane. Because they stay on their line, they're always in the right spot to make a save. But they have one weakness. They are weak against long ball as they do not leave the goal line and come forward to stop the ball. So, it is best to use defensive goalkeeper in long ball counter. So, what does an offensive goalkeeper do? Unlike a defensive goalkeeper, an offensive goalkeeper plays aggressively. He leaves the goalpost and rushes out to clear the long through balls to help out the defense. He is suited most for quick counter. But there is also a risk. If the keeper misses the ball, he will concede the goal easily. As I am playing in quick counter, I will use an offensive goalkeeper. But an offensive goalkeeper can be suitable in any playstyle. Now let's select our center backs. Center backs have three types of playing styles: build up, extra frontman, and destroyer. We need to play center backs in combinations. We usually consider three types of combinations for center backs: build up plus build up plus destroyer, build up plus extra frontman. Avoid using destroyer plus destroyer combination. Let's select a build-up center back first. So, what does a build-up center back do? A build-up defender is very calm and intelligent. He will drop back a little bit, giving a safe passing option to your goalkeeper and other defenders. His main job is to start your team's attack from the back with very clean and accurate passes, helping you to beat the opponent's press. The biggest advantage is that he rarely leaves a gap in your defense. Because he holds his position, your backline stays strong and organized. So, what does a destroyer center back do? Unlike a build-up defender who holds his position, a destroyer is very aggressive. He will push forward out of the defensive line to challenge an attacker and try to win the ball back as early as possible. The main advantage is that he can stop an opponent's attack before it even becomes dangerous. He is very strong in tackling and will constantly pressure the other team's main striker. But there is also a big risk. Because the destroyer rushes out from his position, he can leave a large gap behind him. If he misses his tackle, the opponent will have a clear path to your goal. Because of this risk, it is very important to pair a destroyer with a safer build-up defender. The build-up CB will cover the space and provide balance. So, what does an extra frontman do? He is a center back who will leave his position and run forward to join the attack. This only happens late in the game when your team is losing and you desperately need a goal. But the risk is huge, as your defense will be wide open if you lose the ball. I personally use build-up plus destroyer combination. I usually do not use an extra frontman. Now let's choose our left back and right back. There are 4 playing styles for left back and right back: cross specialist, offensive fullback, defensive fullback, and fullback finisher. If you are facing too much problems with defense, use defensive fullbacks. If you have a little bit of problem with your defense, use 1 defensive fullback and 1 attacking fullback, or fullback finisher, or cross specialist. But if you do not have problems with your defense and want to make your attack stronger, use 2 attacking fullbacks or fullback finishers. But if you love to play crosses, use cross specialists instead. Now, let's select our defensive midfielder. Whenever we talk about defensive midfielder, the most important playstyle that needs to be mentioned is anchorman. There must be at least 1 anchorman in your team. Having an anchorman as a defensive midfielder will help your defense a lot. He will act as a 3rd center back in your team. When your center back leaves his position and moves in the forward, an anchorman comes down to the center back position like a center back and supports the defense by filling up the gap. If you are using 2 defensive midfielders, one of them should be an anchorman and another one should be destroyer. But if you do not have a destroyer, you can use orchestrator or box to box. Now let's talk about center midfielder. There are 2 famous playing styles for center midfielder. One is orchestrator and another one is box to box. An orchestrator keeps an excellent control over the match. He will not make forward runs into the opponent's box to score goals, but he will make amazing passes and link your defense to attack. On the other hand, box-to-box midfielder runs all over the pitch. He runs forward to support forward and runs back to help the defense. Choose one you like. Now, let's choose our attacking midfielder. Attacking midfielders have 3 playing styles: creative playmaker, classic number 10, and hole player. If you are using 2 strikers and want your attacking midfielder to support your strikers, choose a creative playmaker. I recommend you to not use a classic number 10 because they wait for the ball to come and do not move around too much, so the defenders can easily mark him. If you are using 1 striker, it is best to use a hole player. A hole player will score a lot of goals for you like a striker. Overall, a hole player is considered the best for attacking midfielder. Now, let's select our wingers. There are 3 best playing styles for wingers: prolific winger, roaming flank, and cross specialist. A roaming flank is very unpredictable and scores a lot of goals. He acts like an inside forward. You can use roaming flanks if you want your wingers to score a lot of goals. A prolific winger can do a bit of everything. He can dribble on the outside, cross the ball, or cut in and shoot. If you want your wingers to be more balanced, you can use prolific wingers. If you want to play more and more crosses from the wing, you can use cross specialist. I use Beckham on my right wing for playing crosses. Finally, let's choose our center forward. There are several playing styles for center forward like advanced striker, dummy runner, poacher, deep lying forward, target man. But the best playing style for center forward is advanced striker. Always give the highest priority to advanced striker. His ability to make fast runs behind the defense is the easiest and most powerful way to score goals in the game. If your advanced striker is not good enough, then go for poacher. He is the best finisher inside the penalty box. He is also best for the cross-style gameplay. If your poacher is not good enough and you have a better deep-lying forward, then go for deep-lying forward. He is not a pure goal scorer like the top two, but he is a playmaker who drops deep and creates space for your wingers to attack. No need to use a target man or dummy runner as a striker. We are not done yet, guys. Now we will choose our substitutions. There are always some players in the squad whom we will play permanently for 90 minutes. For me, I do not change my left winger, right winger, left back, and right back. I do not need any substitution player in that position. So I will only keep midfielders, center backs, strikers, and goalkeeper in my substitution. We must play center backs who are in form, so we will take 2 build-up and 2 destroyer center backs in the substitution. Now, for forwards we must choose super subs. Super sub means the players who have super sub skill. When we sub someone with super sub skill after 60 minutes, they change the flow of the game. They have a special ability to attack faster, shoot more accurately, be more responsive on the ball. They can save you from a losing match in the dying minutes. They are very powerful. So, it is best to have 2 super sub strikers on the bench. For the rest of the players, choose the players you think you need. Now we are finally done building our squad. Now the last thing I need to show you is my individual instructions. I know a lot of you will ask me for the individual instructions. For individual instructions, I use Beckham and Rummenigge for my counter targets, so that, in my counter attack, I can quickly cross to my Rummenigge and score. That's all for today, guys.